What if the Woody in the Toy Story 5 trailer isn't actually the Woody we know? And could a frog-shaped tablet be the most terrifying villain this franchise has ever seen? Today we're breaking down 10 hidden things you didn't notice in Toy Story 5. But first, if Woody destroyed you emotionally in Toy Story 4, drop a cowboy hat in the comments. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Number 1. The Woody in the trailer might not be the real Woody. What if Bonnie's family didn't get the real Woody back? They just bought a new one. Think about it. Woody already had 2 perfect endings. Toy Story 3 was his farewell to Andy. Toy Story 4 was his farewell to everything else. His entire identity as someone's toy. He walked away with Bo Peep. It was done. Complete. And then he just came back, bald spot and all. So here's the theory. Same hat, same pull string, same voice, but not him. A newer, colder version who doesn't share the original's loyalty, his history, or his heart. And this new Woody isn't showing up to help the toys. He's working with Lilypad, the frog-shaped tablet, to quietly get rid of them. The movie's already proved Woody isn't unique. Buzz spent an entire film learning he was mass-produced. There were aisles of him in Toy Story 2, so what's actually stopping there from being another Woody? Buzz would figure it out eventually. He'd realize the cowboy standing next to him doesn't remember Andy, the rocket, or any of it. We have never seen Woody as the enemy before. Toy Story 5 might be about to change that completely. Number 2, Jessie has watched this exact story before, and she knows exactly how it ends. To understand why Jessie is the most important character in Toy Story 5, you have to go back to a little girl named Emily. In Toy Story 2, we meet her in a montage that lasts about 3 minutes and has absolutely no right to be as devastating as it is. Emily loved Jessie completely. They did everything together, and then one day, she didn't. No fight, no dramatic moment. Emily just grew up, and Jessie went from the toy on the bed to the toy in the box. Now look at Bonnie. She has a new tablet. She's obsessed with it. Every day she spends on that screen is a day she doesn't pick up Jessie. Every other toy in that room is facing a threat they don't fully understand yet. But Jessie does. She has watched this exact thing happen before. She knows exactly where it ends. The box, the silence, the waiting that never stops. That's what makes Jessie the heart of this entire movie. She isn't just fighting for Bonnie's attention, she's fighting to make sure this story ends differently than the one she already lived through once. Pixar built that in deliberately, and it's going to hurt in a way nobody is ready for. Number 3, Andy is coming back, and he might have a kid. Here's the theory that would break the internet completely. Bonnie is losing interest in her toys, so if she doesn't want them anymore, who does? Andy comes back, not as a kid, as an adult. 16 years have passed since he drove away to college and said goodbye to Woody in a moment that destroyed an entire generation. He's grown up, he probably has a job, and he might have a child of his own. And here's where it gets dangerous. If Andy has a kid, a little one who needs toys, who needs Woody and Buzz in exactly the way Andy once did, then the toys don't just get a new owner. They go home, back to the family that started everything. But the theory doesn't stop there. Fans have been pointing out for years that Emily, the girl who broke Jessie's heart in Toy Story 2, and Andy's mom look almost identical. Same hair, same age, same timeline. The theory is that Emily grew up to become Andy's mom, that she unknowingly bought Woody for Andy, reuniting him with the same toy universe she'd already walked away from. If that's true, Andy coming back doesn't just close the loop on his story, it closes the loop on Jessie's. One family, one full circle, and absolutely nobody would be prepared for it. Number 4, Lilypad isn't just stealing Bonnie's attention, she's building something global. On the surface, Lilypad looks like a problem for Bonnie specifically, a frog-shaped smart tablet that arrives one day and immediately locks Bonnie into that glassy, devoted stare every parent recognizes instantly. She wants Bonnie's full attention, all of it, all the time. When Jessie tries to confront her directly, Lilypad barely looks up. That's not a villain having a conversation. That's a villain who doesn't even consider you a threat. And here's why. Her plan is simple. Make herself indispensable. Make the toys feel ancient. Make imagination feel like extra effort no child actually needs. One kid at a time, until toys are completely irrelevant. But Bonnie isn't the plan. Bonnie is just the start. Look at the trailer. Every other kid in the neighborhood is already on a screen. Different tablets, different colors, different animal cases, but the same glassy look and complete indifference to anything that isn't a screen. Lilypad isn't operating alone. She's part of something much bigger. Every device running the same play simultaneously across every household. Woody even says it out loud in the trailer. Toys are for play, but tech is for everything.
Toys are for play, but tech is for everything.
That's not Woody winning an argument. That's Woody realizing he already lost one. Number 5. Every villain had a reason. Lilypad wants something else. Entirely. Every villain in this franchise had a personal motivation you could almost understand. Lotso had heartbreak, Gabby had desperation. Even Stinky Pete had his reasons. They were awful, but they were human. You could see where the pain came from. Lilypad is different. She doesn't want revenge. She doesn't want love. She wants control over every child, every household, every screen, until no kid ever reaches for a toy again. That's not a plan born from pain. That's not even a plan born from ambition. That's an extinction event. And that's what makes her the most terrifying villain this franchise has ever put on screen, because she's not after the toys. She's after the very idea that toys ever mattered at all. Number 6, Zurg is back, and he's leading an army of 50 Buzz Lightyears. Here's the detail hiding in the trailer that almost nobody is talking about. We're shown 50 Buzz Lightyear figures, high-tech, upgraded, darker than the original, and every single one of them is stuck in demo mode, convinced they're real space rangers on an actual mission. Basically an army, and the theory is this: Zurg is leading them. Think about what we know. Zurg disappeared down an elevator shaft in Toy Story 2 and was never explained again. He's been absent from every movie since. And now, quietly, he's showing up on Toy Story 5 merchandise, which is usually the first sign a character is coming back in a significant way. The Buzz Lightyear Army's Star Command insignia appears to show a glitch, a signal, something tech-based that's controlling their systems and making them go rogue. Lilypad is the obvious candidate for whatever is sending that signal, but Lilypad needs someone to lead the ground operation, someone who already thinks he's the emperor of the universe, someone who would absolutely jump at the chance to command 50 Space Rangers. Enter Zurg, and our Buzz, the one who already learned the hard way that he was just a toy, is going to have to convince 50 versions of his former self that they're wrong about everything. Again. Number 7, Jessie ends up at Emily's old house, and that changes everything. While everything is falling apart for the toys in Bonnie's room, Jessie's mission to help Bonnie make real friends goes completely off the rails, and she ends up somewhere nobody expected: Emily's house, the exact ranch where Jessie's entire heartbreak began. The house is now home to a new family, and a new kid named Blaze. She's described as a spunky, funky equestrian horse girl who is older, but completely unafraid to play with toys. She finds Jessie and Bullseye after the chain of events that lands them at her door, and immediately pulls them straight into her playtime like they've always been hers. But here's the detail that matters. Jessie takes time to warm up to her, and it's not because Blaze is difficult, it's because Blaze is perfect, because she looks exactly like the kind of kid who will love Jessie completely, right up until the day she doesn't. Blaze might be Jessie's second chance at everything she lost with Emily, but Jessie has to decide if she's brave enough to take it. And that question, that one quiet moment of choice, might be the most emotional scene in the entire movie. Number 8, Bonnie is Emily, and the toys already know it. Here's the connection that reframes the entire Toy Story timeline. Emily grew up, stopped playing with Jessie, put her in a box, and without realizing it, became the woman who bought Woody for her son, Andy, reconnecting herself to the same toy universe she'd already broken. Andy grew up, gave Woody to Bonnie, and now Bonnie is drifting away from her toys the exact same way Emily once did. 3 generations of children, 3 versions of the same story, and Jessie has been present for all of it, watching the cycle repeat with no way to stop it. The toys didn't just end up with Bonnie by accident. Every single owner connects back to the same thread: Emily to Andy's mom to Andy, Andy to Bonnie, and now Bonnie to whatever comes next. If Toy Story 5 is really Jessie's movie, she isn't just fighting for one child's attention, she's fighting to finally break a cycle that's been running since before the first movie even started. Number 9, Woody finally has to face the question he's been running from. Woody had everything in Toy Story 1. He was Andy's favorite. The room revolved around him, and then Buzz arrived, and the slow unraveling began. Every movie since has been Woody losing something: Andy, his purpose, Bo Peep, his identity. By the end of Toy Story 4, he had nothing left to give up, so he walked away. And now he's back, in a world that has genuinely moved on. Bonnie doesn't need him the way Andy did. The new toys don't know his history, and if the theory is right, there may even be a replacement version of him standing in his own spot, wearing his own hat, answering to his own name. The question Woody has been avoiding across 5 movies is finally unavoidable. Where does he belong in a world that no longer has a place for him? And the answer Toy Story 5 gives to that question is either going to be the most hopeful ending this franchise has ever had, or the most devastating one. Number 10, the ending could break everyone's heart all over again. Here's the theory about how Toy Story 5 ends, and why nobody is ready for it. Andy comes back with a child of his own, and the toys, Woody, Buzz, Jessie, don't go to a new stranger. They go back to the family that started everything in 1995, back to where the whole story began. And if the Emily theory is right, if Andy's mom really is the little girl who broke Jessie's heart all those years ago, then Jessie doesn't just get a new child to love, she gets the grandson of the girl who put her in a box. The full circle closes completely. The hurt gets answered. Not erased, answered. Toy Story has always been about one thing: what it means to be loved and what happens when that love moves on. Every movie asked that question differently. Toy Story 5 might be the one that finally answers it. And if it does, there won't be a dry eye in any cinema anywhere in the world. And that's it. Which theory hit you the hardest? Woody being a replacement, or Emily secretly being Andy's mom the whole time? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button if you want the next part, and make sure you're subscribed because we're uncovering even